Marjorie Taylor Greene. I feel like she comes up in conversation more so than most politicians, and people tend to have wildly opposing opinions on her. I guess you either hate her or you love her. Now, I guess the question is, where do you think I stand? I'm firmly on the love side. Now, is Marjorie Taylor Greene the most well-spoken, polished, perfect image of a politician? Absolutely not. I mean, just look at her the other day. She certainly isn't interested in the Hillary Clinton pantsuit approach. And while this to many people is offensive or scary, I don't find it offensive at all. I find it frankly refreshing. Finally, a politician who isn't a mindless bot. It's nice to have somebody in Washington willing to say the things that the politician NPCs are so scared to even mention. And that's exactly who Marjorie Taylor Greene is. Without her, moments like this wouldn't exist. Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG strikes again. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, friends, so here's the clip that everybody's talking about. Marjorie Taylor Greene gets Joe Biden to, I guess, revert back to 2008 Joe Biden. She threw him off guard, causing a brain malfunction, where he actually admitted the truth for once.
Not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
Now, you probably understand what I was trying to get to in the intro. A lot of people are offended by the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene was hollering while he was giving his speech. How unprofessional, how awful. But I'm less interested in decorum and professionalism and more interested in telling Lincoln Riley's story. And that's where MTG delivers. She's not going to accept a bunch of partisan campaigning baloney coming out of Joe Biden's mouth while he's got atrocities to answer for. You know, we're all so quick to forget. What are the Democrats talking about? The Democrats are talking about taxing the rich. Oh, finally, Joe Biden committed to taxing billionaires. How woke and progressive, how cool. Isn't Dark Brandon the greatest? Well, I'm still stuck on the 13 service members who were lost in Afghanistan due to Joe Biden's sheer incompetence. Not to mention the innocent Afghani civilians who were lost as well. Scenes of people falling out of the sky, plunging to their end on the tarmac. Joe Biden still hasn't answered for that, but Washington wants to move on and clap and applaud at Joe Biden's empty promises. By the way, the exact same promises from the Obama era.
Barack Obama is going to deliver that change because I want to tell you, Barack Obama will reform our tax code. Folks at home, does anybody really think the tax code is fair? That's why he'll invest in the next generation of teachers. While we're at it, I want to give public school teachers a raise. And why he'll make college more affordable. That's the change we need. And I want to make sure the college is more affordable. We will hold Russia accountable for its actions. Barack Obama will transform the economy by making alternative energy a national priority, and in the process creating 5 million new jobs, and finally, freeing us from the grip of foreign oil. That's the change we need. And at long last, deliver affordable, accessible health care for every American. Americans pay more for prescription drugs than anywhere in the world.
Wow, 50 years and Democrats are still saying the same thing and delivering big fat zero. Yeah, enough with the platitudes. And how about some accountability for the border crisis? That's essentially what Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying in her protest. People say she's crazy, people say she's dumb. I just think she's courageous. I just think she has the guts to go where people are too scared to go. She'll do it on the front lines and she'll take the arrows for everybody else. And the beautiful part this time is in the process of trolling Joe Biden, Marjorie Taylor Greene actually got Joe Biden to admit a basic truth. You know this part?
Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal.
I mean, he didn't get it all right. He called Lincoln Riley, but at least he used the word illegal. He reverted back to his 2008 update. You know, back when Democrats believed in borders. She finally got the president to admit that these people aren't asylum seekers worthy of your pity, but that they're illegals. It's in the name. They've committed an illegal act, entering without authorization, which doesn't exactly fit the narrative Democrats have so carefully attempted to put together in recent times, and boy oh boy was the backlash big. Fake leftist communist grifter trust fund Nepo baby, Cenk Uyghur's nephew Hasan had some choice words on Twitter. Oh my god, he's saying, unillegal. What the F? Congressman Choi Garcia writes, As a proud immigrant, I'm extremely disappointed to hear President Biden use the word illegal. Random Twitter leftist also writes, killed by an illegal, ugh, Joe, why? Nancy Pelosi even addressed the issue on the news.
Dan.
Now, you should have said undocumented, but it's not a big thing, okay? What's the big thing about it?
No, I actually wasn't even going to ask about that. I was just going to ask more about the moment. But you do think that he should have said undocumented? That wasn't going to be my question.
Well, we usually say undocumented. He said...
Yep, these privileged, fake, wannabe Marxist revolutionaries. You know, the ones going on and on about the ruling rich, how conservatives only represent the wealthy, and this, that, and the other, the Trump tax cuts, which only benefited the billionaires. Yeah, those people who always say that you're the out-of-touch, sort of elitist rich people, well, they once again prove that they are those people. A horrible murder occurred. An illegal migrant took the life of a young university student. People are outraged, and Joe Biden finally addressed what happened and accurately described the illegal migrant as an illegal, and leftists are offended not by the horrific crime, but by the term illegal, because it's not woke and progressive and constructed in a way not to hurt people's feelings. You are the out-of-touch elitist rich people. It's you. Nancy Pelosi, the hedge fund manager, is the elitist. Hasan Hassabi, nephew of Cenk Uygur, who had his entire career set up for him by his rich uncle, born to a politically connected lobbyist father who was an executive at a Fortune 500 company. You people are the rich, out-of-touch elitists, focused on your pseudo-academic nonsense while real people are suffering. Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't the crazy person. She seems to be the only sane person in the frickin' room. The only person willing to address what everybody else is so scared to because they're too busy playing make-believe politics. Absolutely idiotic. And speaking of make-believe, Joe Biden got the message from his handlers.
Do you regret using the word illegal to describe immigrants last night, sir?
Well, I don't regret it. Technically not supposed to be here.
Well, probably, technically not supposed to be here. Yeah, illegal. Frickin' illegal. Technically not supposed to be here. There are migrants that are technically not supposed to be here. How stupid. It's almost as if he just admitted the truth once again. Yeah, technically not supposed to be here. It's your job to then deport those people back from where they came, no? Isn't that written somewhere in American law? Yes, it is, and actually very clearly. An absolute dereliction of duty. I'm happy that Marjorie Taylor Greene said something because I was watching that State of the Union address, and the whole thing felt like a frickin' slap in the face. All the harm that this guy has caused, all the crap that he's done. He takes to the podium and sings his praise, ignoring all the most important pressing issues, all the crises, patting himself on the back and giving a campaign speech. In that moment, through the TV, by proxy, Marjorie Taylor Greene spoke for millions of Americans. And that's gotta mean something. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.